right, we live. We back. We back another week of this, and we do it every week, and we have fun. And we have a special guest this week and a special topic. We got Tony Bass and Tom Bass on the ballot running for Cook County Commissioner
Cook
Board,
County.
right?
County. Yes, 6th district.
6th district, absolutely. So, hey Tony, which villages consist of the 6th district?
Matchison, Richmond Park, South Holland, a little bit of Dalton. It goes all the way up to Bridgeview, Oak Forest, Tentley Park. That's just a couple of them. But
Okay.
I think it's multiple. I think it's over
Hey,
30.
Tony, we can't see you. We see your nosing up.
How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Perfect. And
That's
again, Tony Bass here with us. Make sure y'all go out and vote. I'm here, Mike Farrior with Farrior Homes. I got my illustrious co-host Nikki Kimsey with Kimsey Real Estate. We glad to be here. Nikki, how's your week going? Or went? How did it go?
So I started back working out this week, like outside of my house, and I felt like I almost died.
That's how it's supposed to feel. That's how it's supposed to feel when you get back into it. You know, it's gonna feel like that for the first week or two, and then you'll be good.
Yeah, so I'm down to 196.9.
Oh,
So I'm less than 20 pounds away from my goal now. So I'm
Nice.
excited.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Tony, you had a
So
good week.
Tony,
Yeah, I've been out here braving the cold weather at these polls, but I got no complaints whatsoever.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. What are you saying, Nikki?
no, I forgot.
Okay. We got a jam-packed show, y'all. We got Nikki Unfiltered. Nikki's going to give us what's new, politics, entertainment, pop culture. We might even get in a little sports. Who knows? We don't never know where this is going, but we here for it. And then we're going to talk to Tony Bass just about some 6th district issues, and hopefully he can convince everyone out there and us as well to go out there and give him his vote.
Yeah, we can talk about some everything though. I'm game.
Oh yeah, we're talking about a
let's do
lot,
it.
so I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Let's get into it. This how you starting
X
out?
dots. Yeah.
Hard. Wow.
This literally just popped up when I logged on. Ex-Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard seeks political comeback in Georgia.
Big Tiff.
As a Republican, aiming to
Oh,
bring her local government.
that's a
I
twist.
think that makes sense.
I don't know. I mean,
With all the
I
corruption
think,
going on, like, why not?
I think Democrats steal as much as them. You know, she might be able to get away with stealing on the Republican. So maybe you're right, because she can get away with stealing on the Republican.
Okay.
So she went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
We got to make a stop on these type of things. You can't be a crooked politician in Chicago and then move to Atlanta like a cop. They do the same thing with cops. He kills somebody over here, he go to another district, another township, another county, and he get hired right on.
All right. Countries who can pass. So we got the Iran war. We noticed that gas prices went up even more since last week. Average gas price has been about $3.89 around the Chicago area. So, and also 2 tankers were bombed, one from the U.S. and one from Greece. So Iran just started allowing India, China, Russia, and Pakistan to be able to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Because normally about 21 million barrels of oil normally pass through the strait, but now they blocked the U.S., Israel, and Western allies.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You know what I learned this weekend, Nikki? Revolving around this, I didn't know that the world had world reserves of oil. Did I know that?
Yeah, every
Well, I know
country
that-
does.
No,
Yeah,
they
I
said,
know
Every
that
country
you-
does.
but they said the world, not just a certain country. It was like the world reserves is going to get released or something like that. Or maybe I heard that wrong.
I
Yeah.
think that's I think
No,
it's
I
each
know.
individual country.
Yeah, I know the U.S. is about to release 172 million gallons of oil in our country,
Mm.
to help offset these prices. But hey,
But
I digress.
this is part of one of your favorite person who doesn't think well before they go to war. So all this should be thought out. You know, when you do things without thinking, things like this happen without
For
plan.
That's a
sure.
fact.
Iran says they will eliminate Donald Trump and direct assassination threat.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm sure they've threatened to assassinate every president, though, right?
Well, no, I don't think they have. Um, here's the thing though. Now they're worried about sleeper cells here in the United States from Iran.
See, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. This is what makes, I don't even know how to say it, but this is what makes racism tricky. Racism against Middle Easterners, because there was did you hear about the incident about the Middle Eastern guy who was on a plane from like Texas to Florida, and his phone was ringing, and it was like a prayer in Arabic. Nobody on the plane understands Arabic. They don't know what this is saying. So everybody on the plane, white people on the plane, are fearful for their life. They fearful, but they don't say anything. They just quietly go to the flight attendant, and I don't know exactly what they said to the flight attendant, but what ended up happening was they had to deboard the plane, meaning they had to divert the plane to Atlanta, land. They dragged Buddy off the plane. It kept going.
But this is a bigger issue though when we start talking about violence in politics, and this is something that Trump has done in the past, always promoting violence, and it doesn't get anywhere. We don't resolve anything. So we need to stop this cycle of threatening violence to get things done. And Trump started this way back when he tried to take over the government on January 6th. So it's just this cycle of violence got to stop, or threatening of violence.
Yeah,
ooh, looking at his face is violent. The Make America Trumpless Again movement gains momentum as Adam Sandler rallies for supporters. I am on board.
Speaking of Make America Trumpless, I mean, obviously this is the last term, but who's running on the Democratic ticket? The only people I seen was Kamala Harris.
I don't
Well,
know. Go ahead, Tony.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, I hope this time they do the whole primary. I mean, the whole primary. They do a situation where they have a primary and go through the whole process. I think the last time the problem they had was they skipped the primary. They knew Biden was sick, and
Thank
then
you.
the Democratic Party needs to stop forcing people down our throat
Thank you.
and letting whoever it is rise to the top. Because Bernie, I think it was like 8 years ago, he had all the momentum. Then they
Mhm.
pushed him to the side, and
Mhm.
then they keep saying, and we do this locally too. They need to stop trying to
Jesse
pick
Jackson.
who's the next leader and let it rise to the top on his own, and then you get more momentum, genuine momentum, and stop this trying to pick who's next. Let's go ahead. Let's go through the primary. Let's take them through the wash and see who comes out.
And
I
whoever
think
wins the primary, let them win. Let them
Yeah,
win.
let's go. Let's stop trying to pick and push because it was Hillary Clinton turn, and
Yep.
then it
Then
was,
it was Biden.
Biden turn.
Yep.
But so it wasn't the chosen by the people, and then you're wondering why the momentum wasn't there on the Democratic side.
Facts.
I think Gavin Newsom is going to throw his hat in the ring.
He is, but he's. I don't even want to talk about Gavin Newsom.
He's what? He's a good-looking white man. Isn't that all that's required to run on the Democratic ticket?
No, you got to be entertaining. That's you got to entertain in some kind
Oh,
of way.
his social media is entertaining,
Mm,
and he hired a Latina to run his social media, and she's doing an excellent job.
yeah,
I'm gonna go back, put everybody in the bucket, and let's see what happens.
yeah.
I'm all right. So I got two clips on this. While they were busy cutting SNAP and health care for working families, Peef has spent $2 million on king crab, nearly $7 million on lobster tails, and nearly $100,000 on a grand piano in the month of September. That's in 1 month. This is where your taxpayer dollars are going. Isn't this proposed supposed to be an administration that's targeting waste, fraud, and abuse? Make it make sense.
That's lip service only. We know they don't care about waste, fraud,
I
and
was just
abuse.
about
It's
to
just
say.
all about
Yeah.
it's, it's all about putting a label on something of what you're trying to do. So, in the sense of it becomes of who's in their eyes who's able to break the law, and in their eyes, since they're in charge, they're able to break the law, and you can't, because obviously anything that they're doing, they just put a title on it, and it's not legal and it's not ethical. And they don't care because they feel like they're in charge, but there will be a tomorrow.
I would like to see an audit
Yeah.
of every politician's meals and what they're who's paying for the meals and how much they spending on these meals. Because when they meet up, it's not no I'm coming out of my pocket and paying for this, and they're not eating that
No,
they're not eating that Burger King.
no.
But they spent 93 billion in 1 month.
I want to see how much everybody else spending in 1 month. I guarantee you, it's not that far off.
It yeah, it's not that far up. That's almost $1 trillion in 1 month. Isn't their budget only like 2 trillion for the year? So he spent half of their budget in 1 month.
If we
That
talk,
is
I guess what
wild.
I'm saying is if we're talking about mismanagement of money, there's mismanagement of money across the board. If we want to pick and choose, we can pick and choose on anybody. All of them do it.
Oh no, but you already know how I feel about Cook County and their
How you feel about Cook County?
mismanagement.
How you feel about Cook
I
County?
think they mismanage their funds, and they give everybody a pension. And that's where our tax dollars are going. Oh, I was only principal for 2 years, but I'm going to get a pension until I'm 80 years old. And I only worked in this position for 2 years.
Well, that's the state, that's not the county, but you mean just in general overall.
But the thing is, the county's the one who pays that bill, not the state. That is the problem. The
No,
state is
you
not
had
paying their fair share.
you had said I understand where you're coming from, but you had said the
Yeah,
state, like the teachers union, that TRS is coming from the state, not
yeah.
coming from the county.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that more in your
Yeah,
segment.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Days, and I've had a lot of interviews with national media. No one's ever asked me about the cost of housing. No one's asked me about the cost of prescription drugs. No one's asked me about the cost of childcare. The only thing the media wants to ask me about are trans athletes. And so what I would say is that the only minority destroying this country is the billionaires. Trans people are 1% of the population. Undocumented people are 1% of the population. Muslims are 1% of the population. We are all focused on the wrong 1%.
James Tellerico
That
running
was
for president.
James. No, James Tallarico. He just ran against Jasmine Crockett
Yeah,
for the Senate seat in Texas,
right.
and he's 100% right.
Yeah,
100. I'm not worried about a trans kid. They're not going to rob me. They're not going to hurt me. They're not going to stop my flow. Hell, they might even buy a house from me. So I have no problem with a trans. I have no problem with Muslims. I have no problems with undocumented people. Let me get you your I-10 real fast and help you buy this house, right? I have problems with billionaires, and last week we talked about the the gap between the top 1% and the rest of us. Your thoughts?
No, I agree with you. A lot of this too is like just diversion. So they talk about things to get people riled up so they can keep on either stealing or mismanaging things. So at the end of the day, like you're saying, trans Muslims, they're not the issue at all. But you're feeding the meat to your base that kind of loves to chew on that, and we never get to the real issues where we have billionaires literally.
Right, like here they're trying to steal your one cookie, but I stole 10 of your cookies, right?
Correct. Correct.
Mike?
I don't got nothing on this, man. Hey, I think James Tellerico is presidential. That's why I said, hey, is he running for president? I think the way that he carries himself, the way he speaks on camera, the way he carries himself in the debate,
I agree.
I
agree.
think he's presidential, man. Dude.
I agree. And he really wants to work on the issues.
Yeah, he do. That's
like,
what it seems like.
And that's what I care about. I don't even care if you talk about these. What is your? I'm at the point now. What is your plan to work on these issues? Right. All right.
But that's a lot of things we don't make. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, nowadays we worried about what somebody looks like or somebody's nice, opposed to listening to what the issues that they're going to resolve. We're not really. We say we're about issues, but we're really not, because 90% of the people in the office wouldn't be there if it was about issues and policy.
Here's where I'm at.
Yeah.
If you can be ugly as hell, but you talking about giving me free health care, I'm voting for you. That's where I'm at.
But where's the proof of that?
Correct. They're just saying it, but how you gonna do it?
Oh, you're not gonna be ugly and running for president and win. Look at Patricia L. Tillman. They got her out the race. I'm sorry. That's the only thing Gavin Newsom really got going for him, is that he
not that good looking,
and he speaks well.
He's flipping governor of Illinois.
Say what?
J.B. Pritzker's not good looking, and he's flipping governor of Illinois. You see, I'm trying to curb my cussing.
J.B. Pritzker not ugly. He won't win president because he's fat, but he's also a billionaire. Like we keep skipping over that. J.B. Pritzker a billionaire. He can run for whatever he wants.
I don't keep skipping over that. I am totally aware that man is a billionaire. So when he talks about helping work and family, it sometimes is laughable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Trump says he will not sign any new laws until the SAVE Act is passed. Good. Don't sign shit. Don't do nothing. That was what was great about your first time in office. You didn't do shit. So it didn't really hurt us. But when you come back now, you're doing all the shits.
But this is a sign that he's losing control, because the fact of he has to threaten to try to get his way. That means, his Republican minions are kind of pushing back a little bit.
Yeah, it did not pass. Yeah, this was posted 5 days ago, and it did not pass the Senate. So, because here's the thing, he doesn't even realize, because he doesn't have a thought process, right? The SAVE Act will actually hurt them, because most of their people do not have the documents to vote, right? Poor white people do not have passports. And what do poor white people... Well, go ahead.
No, I'm saying he didn't care when they cut Medicaid and SNAP benefits, because that benefits more red states than they do blue states. So he really doesn't care about the benefits of even Republican voters.
No, I agree.
Nikki, I heard
about anybody.
I heard Stephen A. say something. I want to know what you don't have it, do you?
No, I don't.
All right, so Stephen A. said he can understand where they're coming from with on the Save America Act, where everybody should have an ID. You have to have an ID to do everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things you have to have an ID to do. So it makes sense that you have to have an ID to vote. Okay. On the other side, they're saying that, well, it's not so much the ID, it's the cost. If I got to go have a passport, or if I have to go get a birth certificate or marriage, whatever the case is, it becomes like a poll tax, right? So why don't we meet in the middle? But this is really the issue with our politicians. They don't meet in the middle. Why don't we meet in the middle and say, okay, everybody who's an American citizen has to have an ID so that they can vote, and we're going to give every American citizen an ID for free. We're not going to charge you for an ID. Would that be something that you would say is acceptable in terms of a Save America Act?
I would support that.
So you and Stephen A. agree on something. Look at that.
I don't say we never agree anything. That doesn't mean I like you.
Tony, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was saying you got to be careful, because some states or counties, when they get pulled over, still take your license if you get a ticket or something. So what's to say, on election day, he start pulling people over and getting them tickets and take their ID.
Mm.
I didn't know
So I'm
that
just
they
saying
would
you
take
have
your
to look
ID
at
if you got pulled over. In
some,
places.
like, I don't know if Illinois still does it, but they used to do it here, but I don't know if
Yeah.
they still do it.
Yeah, if you go down south in Missouri, they do it too.
What's the logic
So
behind taking your ID? Because don't you ever have to have
it's like a
ID
bond.
on you all times?
It's like a bond. It's like a bond for your coming to court. So they'll take the ticket, and then when you come back, when you go to court, they'll give it back to you, depending on the outcome of it. But my whole point is, some is still when you get pulled over and you give you a ticket, they give you the ticket, prove that you have an ID, but they take your ID and hold it until you go to court.
I got you.
Yeah, that's why when you go get your ID, they ask you, is someone holding your ID for a bond before they give you a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, pay attention to that, and he's totally correct. It might not happen like where we live, but it happens in a lot of other places.
All right.
And I'll be like, no, I don't have a bond out. Give me that ID.
Is that how the I bond work? Is that how the I bond work? That you bond out with your ID?
I have
No.
no idea.
I don't think it's our bond, no. All right.
Something has gone horribly wrong.
Lord.
And what we need in 2028, this is our last chance. We need in 2026 for this administration to be shut the fuck down. What does this administration do other than cover up the Epstein files, embezzle money through government contracts, and bring us to war for Israel? This administration needs to be shut down immediately. Do not vote in the midterms. And if you do, vote for Democrats. Fuck.
I got two things.
See,
If
I'm sorry, I got to laugh first. Because he can't be in the middle. Oh, shit. He either got to be far right or far left. He
Bruh.
just can't be.
bro, if the future of the Democratic Party is Nick Fuentes, you can count me out. There ain't no way. There's no. I think, and I think the future of Republicans, and I'm hoping that the future of Democrats as well, is something that's closer to the middle, that has some conservative values mixed in with some social, getting social justice reform and things of that nature. I think that's what we need. We need lower taxes, and we need equity. Among the American people, we need both of that. And I think majority of Americans, when you go outside, this is how they feel, or that's how they feel. They don't want somebody that's far left or far right. I feel right now we're going to end up leaning closer to the far right. I mean, we got people like AOC that's rising, and I rock with AOC, but AOC is a little bit further left than I lean, So I don't know. I think it's definitely going to be an interesting political election. Trump's going to try to stay in office, and that's going to be a spectacle. Yeah. But if the future of Democrats is going to be Nick Fuentes and people of his ilk, yeah, y'all can count me out. It'll be the great switch. The same way black people switch from Republican to Democrat, we're going to have to switch back. We made a mistake somewhere along the line. Something gotta give.
Or we could just go off and get our own land and not participate at all.
Oh no, we too divided to do that.
No, that's not an option. That's not an option.
Yeah,
be to ourselves.
Yeah, we 60 years past that. If we would have not integrated, we might have been on to something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what did Martin Luther King say? He felt like he integrated us into a burning house.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here we are.
Well, the house is burning down, and here we are.
The whole neighborhood burning down at this point.
People like Nick Fuentes telling far-right people to vote Democrat. This is 2028 is going to be so interesting.
It's going to be wild.
For the Democrats and the Republican. Lord, please bless me to see 2028.
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be on here laughing and crying.
All right, time for pop culture. Former Michigan football head coach Ron Moore felony charges dropped after the judge ruled that his mistress was not a victim of stalking after evidence was presented in court. He was set up and cops withheld evidence.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. He need to sit down with Dr. Umar for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, stop messing with those snow bunny guys.
Yeah, Black Queens forever, snow bunnies never. Yeah, he made a mishap. But Dr. Umar said he was double bunny hopping.
Yeah, he was. Ivana Lisick Ortiz, age 35, has been identified as a woman who fired multiple shots at Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's Beverly Hills home. She has been booked for attempted murder and bail set to $10 million and remains in custody.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
10 million is wild.
Well, I'm talking about the part that she was just shooting at these people's house could have killed somebody.
Yeah, that's
wild.
Yeah.
Oh, all of it. Every bit of this is wild. There is no sanity to any of this.
Nah,
I don't trust anybody that.
We need this type of urgency. We need a billionaire type of urgency when these Negroes getting shot in the city. You know what I'm saying? We need a $10 million bond on one of their heads, on all their heads.
Well,
get them all off.
I feel like that Rihanna probably had, security cameras and such that made it easier for them to catch her because police ain't shit anyway.
Oh, they shit in Beverly Hills. See, we don't want to get twisted. They shit in Beverly Hills. You ain't about to come into Beverly Hills with that hootin' nanny and think you about to make it out.
I'll believe you. Pastor goes viral after telling church members to bring tax returns so he can check their tithes.
Mm-hmm. Because people in this church are.
So that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. Amen. I ask you that all church members bring a copy of your tax returns so that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning.
Amen.
Who's saying amen to that?
Sister Shirley. Nah.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Hey, they know what they signed up for when they became a member of that church. He told them what it was, and they've been playing in his face. Last year they didn't bring their tax return, and he owned that with them this year. Yeah, keep playing in that man's face. He's gonna turn up on you.
1 Corinthians 16. Basically, Paul's collection for the saints was a major years-long effort to raise funds from Gentile churches in Greece and Macedonia for the poor, predominantly Jewish Christian churches in Jerusalem. It served both as relief for famine-stricken believers and as gestures of solidarity between Gentiles and Jewish believers. So basically, it was charity.
Essentially.
And he did tax returns. Huh?
Well, they wasn't taxed. Hey, we got to get with the times.
They were taxed. Remember, Jesus pulled his tax out of a fish's mouth. He said, remember, what Caesar goes to Caesar. There's tax.
But it wasn't taxed like
remember
we get
Matthew
taxed
was
now. It's different now.
Yeah, remember Matthew was a tax collector, and people have big qualms about him being a disciple because he was a tax collector.
So we're on board with churches the tithes and offering, right? The 10%. We're on board with that.
It's not even about. Okay. The New Testament does not speak of tithes, and it just talks of offerings. Tithes was instructed to the Israelites to give their first 10, their first tenth of everything. That was not an instruction to the Christian church.
So all these pastors just scamming then.
Pretty much.
How you gonna keep the
When you
lights on
study
in
your
the church?
Bible,
You gotta
still
bring
take
you
up
gotta bring them
offering.
tax returns because I need 10%. How we gonna keep the lights on in the church? This ain't virtual church.
whatever. I'm like, oh, whatever, bro. I'm gonna give you what I can give, cause I don't even tithe. I'm like at 5% right now. I'm working my way up to 10%.
You better than me. I'm at
And you
0%.
can come at me if you want to.
I'm trying to collect some tithes and offerings. Shit.
The Church of Farrior Home.
Church of Farrior Homes. Putting the message out there.
Pastor Jamal Bryan says Target boycott is over.
Where's the video at him saying this?
It's been a year and I'm grateful.
Is that him?
They didn't think we could do it, but we did.
Yes.
History has just been made. The most effective and powerful boycott by Black people since the Montgomery bus boycott 70 years ago. We asked for 4 things, and I'm grateful to God that we've got 3 of them. The immediate Target fast has come to an end.
So how much they pay him for this?
All right.
For this?
He got that tap on the shoulder. Hey,
What?
Jamal, come on, man. What we doing?
The question was he one of the ones who started the movement? If you wasn't one of the ones who started the movement,
No, it wasn't.
How can you declare it over?
He wasn't the one. It was Black women who started this movement. Yeah, I said it. Black women
I
started
thought Al
this
Sharpton
movement.
started the movement.
Wait,
And, I don't know.
I thought Al Sharpton called for it, and then I don't know. This is my thing. This is the same problem that we had with segregation, right? We so easily enticed by these white people money. You know, I rock with white people, but you're not just about to buy me. You're not just about to buy me, bruh. All right, hey, y'all come back and shop. Why do we want to shop at Target so bad?
I'll tell you why. You know what I do. This is
Target
what
not
I
even
do
in the Black
miss
community,
about
Nikki. They're not even in our community, bro.
let me finish. This is what I do miss about Target, right? I could order a fucking tube of toothpaste and do pickup. I'll have to do a $35 minimum to go do drive up pickup. I don't want to go in the store, Mike. I just don't. I know what I want. I just want to go pick it up.
Man,
That's what. And I have a Target card. I had a Target card for like 12 years. And it gets me 5% off of my purchases. That's what I miss about Target. But the thing is, I went from going to Target 4 times a month to just once a month. That was my boycott. I didn't completely cut them off. So they did not get a lot of my money, right? I started shopping more at Myers, who does have diversity, but it's still giving white people my money.
we always want to boycott some shit that's out of our community. Target ain't got shit to do with us. DEI didn't have shit to do with us. So we gonna boycott a store that ain't in our communities about a program that it wasn't about us. Shit don't make no sense. If we want to boycott, we need to boycott Fair Play. That's who the fuck we need to boycott. Fair Play. That's in the middle of the Black community, and they be having shitty fruit all the time. That's who we need to boycott. And they box cereal $8. That's who we need to be boycotting. Not Target. Target don't got shit to do with us.
I boycotted Fair Play long ago.
They ain't boycott us though. That's the thing. We need to boycott these Indians who come into our community and don't pay don't pay taxes on their business and then pass it off to the next person that came over here. That's what we need to be boycotting. We need to boycott all these fast food restaurants that come in our community, and that's the only thing we got to eat. I could think of a billion more things that we could be boycotting besides Target. Target gave us some lip service. They said, hey, y'all come back and shop in here. We're going to give y'all a couple $1 million. And personally, Jamal, we're going to put a couple million in your pocket for you to rock with us too. Put this message out there to your people. And we just going to get right behind it.
It's like another abusive relationship for the Black community.
It don't have to be. I mean, this is a mega pastor at a mega church who make mega money and make his people tithe and offer. And look, and this is what we get from him. And I kind of rock with Jamal Bryant. I ain't about to go to his church. And if I did, a damn sure ain't pulling out no money to give to him. You know, he ain't hurting for no money. But I digress.
Smoothie King. Remember last week we talked about they didn't serve the Trump supporters
Yeah.
at Smoothie King? It was in Michigan.
Okay, well, you said you were gonna leave your service.
Okay, here we go.
Right, which is discrimination.
Yeah, we're at Smoothie King, and they're discriminating and saying we cannot get service because Jake has a Trump service on.
Okay,
So
You said you were gonna leave, so please just have a great day and leave so we can continue what we're doing. Like, thank you.
we were just wanting a smoothie, and you literally looked at us, and I asked you if everything was okay. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day. But
That is illegal.
that's illegal.
That has nothing to do with us wanting a smoothie.
Okay, but that's who you support. That's who you love. Though.
You don't, but you don't own this. You don't own Smoothie King. Literally. Like, I'm confused. Is this a joke?
Good luck maintaining your employment.
I don't care. Like, have a great day.
When your company is charged, yeah.
If you say you're not gonna serve me, I'm not gonna argue with you about it. I'm out. You don't need my money. I'm out.
We
I
can
would
say
just
that, but
live
we had
to
a whole
tell the
black
tale.
movement about people, white stores not wanting to serve us because we was black.
Yeah.
They really weren't the
Okay.
stores. It was really the employees who said that.
Yeah,
They
it was the
wanted to serve us.
employees.
It wasn't the actual store.
And like we talked, and like I said last week, where was the manager during all this?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because that would have been, because they're employees. They're totally right to say, hey, I don't feel comfortable serving that person. You go handle that, right?
I don't know.
Where was the manager on?
That's
supposed to be on staff at the-
I get everybody hate Trump and hate everybody that like Trump, but yo, if I own this Smoothie King, bro, you serve every person that come in there that was not actually posing a threat to you. I don't care what they had on. I might hate the color blue. Motherfucker come in there with a blue hoodie on, you better serve them. Unless they were actively coming in there, maybe, you know, threatening you or something to that nature, I could definitely understand. But I'm definitely with you, Nikki, on the fact that it should have been a supervisor or a manager there that would have served them and, you know, calm down, de-escalated the situation. But I don't like it. As a business person, I don't know, Nikki. If a Trump supporter came to you and said, "Hey, I got a $5 million house and I want you to sell it," you not gonna sell it?
I sold Trump supporter properties for less than that. So
Right. So I don't. This
I
is
just
I-
like I walked into the house one time and I saw "Making America Great." I said, "Oh, so you guys like Trump?" They's like, "Oh yeah, he's a Christian." I'm like, "Oh, this
All
is
right.
some bullshit." But I took that listing though.
That's what I'm saying. I
But
don't
then
know.
too, sometimes-
Just maybe as a business person,
And
I don't understand that.
I didn't feel like they were harming me. Like I could tell that these were real like Christian people, not the cringy, you know, white supremacist Christian people. Like these people really believe what this man was saying, right? So But-
and sometimes you can't get an understanding if you just say, "I support Trump," and then you don't want to talk to that individual. How can you ever understand where they're coming from if you don't have a conversation? If you just want to say, "You support Trump," I don't want to even talk to you, because a lot of times some people, and there's some, you know, people who look like me who don't believe in the Democrats because they feel isolated. So they go to another side. But if you don't have a conversation and say, "Hey, why do you feel isolated?" or "Why do you believe in Trump lies?" How can you ever, you know, cross that bridge or bring somebody back into normalcy if you don't have a conversation?
no, I agree.
I agree.
I agree, but I'm not the person to have the conversation with. That's just
Well,
how
Michael
I
Jordan
feel.
said Republicans buy shoes too. They gonna buy houses and they buy smoothies. So I'm only selling smoothies to black people. That's what we saying. All right.
I'm with it.
Shorty got to get up out of my establishment. You got to go work for a hair store somewhere or something if you don't want to serve white people.
No,
What's
no,
going?
you're the manager. You need to coach them. That is your job. It shouldn't have to be they get fired. It has to be, let me coach you. Let's handle this. Let's talk about the situation. Why were you fearful? That's your job as a manager. If that's the case, you're just gonna be firing everybody for stupid shit all the time.
What's going on here with Tiffany Henier again?
Okay, judge orders former Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henier to pay $10K in unpaid rent and property damage.
They can cancel Christmas on that. That lady ain't paying nothing.
A woman, well, we're in local news now. Sorry. Woman arrested after harassing elderly woman at Walmart in Richton Park.
On over there.
I didn't see this.
I recorded what happened, and she was like all up on him. I don't know what.
Did you call the police?
Tell us what happened.
Oh, there's somebody in the car.
Yeah, what happened? It's okay.
You
I'm
didn't-
gonna call the police.
You say you didn't. You say you didn't
No,
see
you
them.
stay right here. No, you stay right here. Yeah, I need a police
Oh my
at
God.
Walmart in Richton Park. This lady was just attacked, and I saw the lady hitting on her.
I even recorded it.
You're not. You okay? You okay? Because if she come out here, I'ma whoop her ass. No, please. You just wait.
What the hell's going on over there? You did not deserve that at
No,
all.
the lady went inside of Walmart, yeah. But I thought that this was
I need some
somebody
more
that she
context.
knew. But she don't even know this lady. She was just
Okay, so
she reached in.
So the lady was backing up. I guess she accidentally hit the man, but she was saying that she didn't see him. And so the wife and the man started going off on them. The wife just almost jumped into the lady's car, basically. Started going off on him, on the older lady. People, she's in a handicapped parking spot. Give her some grace.
Hey, I'm with you on grace
old.
and giving older
Yeah.
people grace. At the same time, some of the older people be talking crazy.
And she wasn't even talking crazy.
From what we seen,
She broke down in tears.
from what we seen and what we heard, she wasn't talking crazy. I done been in some situations or seen some situations where older people have been talking crazy, and they get away with it because they're older, you know. But hope she's all right.
All right, real estate news. These 13 states might eliminate property taxes in 2026.
I know who ain't on that list.
Dun,
I
dun,
wonder how
dun.
they do that.
Number 1, Florida. Number 2, Georgia. Homeowners would instead be billed directly for individual services. Number 3, Illinois. It's in the state senate right now. Proposed a 30 years, and you're done. Homestead exemption. I actually love that. I wonder if that's like. So what if you move? Do you have to stay in the same house for 30 years, or is it just you pay taxes for 30 years?
It's gonna be.
I need some.
It's gonna be 5,000 loopholes on this thing that's gonna keep you paying taxes. And the one in Georgia said they're gonna eliminate the property taxes, but bill you individually for the service. Stop playing with me.
Yes.
Stop playing with me. No. No. You know how much they gonna bill you for them services? They already don't pay no
Probably
property
double.
taxes in Georgia. The property tax is light in Georgia. Don't fall for it, y'all.
All right, Indiana. House Bill 1288 calls for total phase out by 2028. In Kansas, will eliminate certain sales tax exemptions to fund a new freedom from tax fund modeled after Norway's Servant Wealth Fund, eventually generating enough interest to replace property tax revenue. Michigan, House Speaker Mike Hall plans Mike Hall's plans targets the state's $6 million education tax, the real estate transfer tax, and personal property tax on business equipment. Nebraska, the Epic Option Constitutional Amendment would eliminate property income and inheritance tax by January 1st, 2028. Number 8.
I don't know how I feel
Oh,
about
no,
it.
there's number. Yeah, no, I don't know. I know we're gonna talk about it. North Dakota, Ohio. Woo. Let's talk about it.
Nah, no fault for these property taxes. They just told you they gonna shift it. We're gonna eliminate the property taxes, but bill you for police service monthly. What? It's gonna be like a gas bill? I'm cool.
Yeah, the bills don't go away, so it still have to be paid some kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need property taxes to be more affordable. I never asked for them to be eliminated. Cause like I live in Homewood Flossmoor School District. The school gives a lot of services to the children. So when I was paying $6,000 a year, then it went to $7,000 a year, I was fine with that. But when it went up to $9,500 a year, that's when it became a problem for me.
I think
And
there should be
probably
a cap
everyone
on
else.
property taxes. And I think the cap should be based on the value of the houses in the area. Because there's no way that in Markham I'm paying $7,500 in taxes for a 1,200 square foot home. You know, the same home in another county, it might be half of that bill, if not a third of that bill. In that same house in Homewood Flossmoor, you know, it's gonna have the same roundabout taxes. There's not gonna be a massive difference in the tax bill that I pay in Markham in Prairie Hill School District than I will pay in Homewood, a much better school district.
Right. Absolutely.
But the bigger issue is that you don't have your elected officials they don't really care what you think. They tell you they care about fixing property taxes, and then we keep on voting people in because they're nice, so you just know them for forever instead of holding them accountable. It could be fixed. It could be kind of changed immediately. But we play games when we elect officials. It's not about my race. It's just in general. There's so many people that's going downstate that we give a pass to. But you can't keep voting in the same people, keep on doing the same thing. So if
Fitz Kagi playing in our face all the damn time.
But I'm not even going to, it's not even he ain't really the real problem. The real problem is your black leadership here in the South Suburbs that's playing in your face. That's who's over school funding. And that's who goes here and keep on endorsing people and doing things because they don't care. Because at the end of the day, we'll talk about this a little later, they're getting people to pay for their campaigns. You don't never really see them. And they don't care what you think because they got other people putting money in their pockets to pay for their campaigns and getting them elected.
I agree 100%. All right. So, black people news.